Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the top 12 Japanese motorcycles that simply never break down. Number 12, Honda Rebel 1100. The Honda Rebel 1100 earns its place as a Japanese motorcycle that simply never break down by doing the basics right year after year. Built in Japan with tight quality control, this bike uses a proven parallel twin engine that is tuned for low stress and long life. It does not chase extreme horsepower numbers, and that is exactly why owners see huge mileage with minimal issues. In the USA, many Rebel 1100 bikes cross 80,000 miles with nothing more than oil changes, valve checks, and normal wear parts. The engine runs cool even in stop-and-go traffic. The clutch feels solid for years, and the drivetrain is built to handle daily riding without drama. Honda's fuel injection system is known for stable starts in cold winters and hot summers, which matters a lot across different US states. From a cost point of view, this bike makes sense. New prices sit around $9,500, and used examples hold value because buyers trust the name. If you want a motorcycle that starts every morning, runs the same after 5 years, and does not ask for constant attention, the Honda Rebel 1100 fits perfectly. It proves once again why Japanese engineering still sets the standard for motorcycles that last. Number 11, Yamaha XSR700. The Yamaha XSR700 earns its reputation as a Japanese motorcycle that simply never break down by sticking to proven engineering and low-stress design. At its core is the CP2 parallel twin engine, one of Yamaha's most reliable motors ever made. It runs cool, stays balanced, and does not push extreme power figures that shorten engine life. In the USA, it is common to see XSR700 bikes crossing 70,000 miles with the engine still running smooth and tight. The engine uses strong internal components, conservative compression, and excellent oil flow, which reduces long-term wear. What helps this bike last is its simplicity. Electronics are limited to what is necessary, wiring quality is high, and sensor failures are uncommon. The cooling system is efficient without being complicated, which lowers the chances of leaks or overheating issues over time. Routine maintenance like oil changes and valve checks is straightforward and affordable. In terms of price, a new 2026 Yamaha XSR700 in the USA typically sells for around $9,000. That price buys a bike with strong resale value, low insurance costs, and easy access to parts nationwide. If you want a modern motorcycle that still follows old-school reliability rules, Yamaha XSR700 proves why Japanese bikes continue to outlast expectations year after year. Number 10, Suzuki SV650. The Suzuki SV650 has a long reputation in the USA as a Japanese motorcycle that simply never break down. Its V-twin engine is one of the most proven designs Suzuki has ever built, running at low internal stress and conservative tuning. This motor is not pushed to its limits, which is why many owners report 90,000 miles or more with the engine still running smooth and quiet. What makes the SV650 so reliable is its simplicity. The cooling system is overbuilt, the fuel injection is basic but consistent, and the gearbox is known for clean shifts even after years of use. It handles daily commuting, weekend highway rides, and long road trips without asking for special care. Valve checks are spaced far apart, and when they are needed, adjustments are usually minor. For 2026, the SV650 continues with the same durability-focused approach. Electrical issues are rare, wiring is solid, and sensors are kept to a minimum. The clutch lasts a long time, chains wear evenly, and the suspension holds up well on rough American roads. New prices usually land around $8,000. Used models are everywhere in the US market, and they hold value because buyers know what they are getting. If you want a motorcycle that runs strong for years, stays predictable, and keeps ownership stress low, the Suzuki SV650 proves why Japanese bikes still lead in long-term reliability. Number 9, Kawasaki Vulcan S. Kawasaki Vulcan S has built a strong reputation in the USA as a Japanese motorcycle that simply never break down. At its heart is a reliable parallel twin engine that has been refined for years and tuned for durability rather than stress. This engine runs at relaxed RPMs on the highway, which helps it last longer and stay smooth even after heavy use. Many owners report 70,000 miles and more with no major mechanical problems. What makes Vulcan S dependable is its clean and practical design. The cooling system handles summer heat well, the fuel injection stays consistent in cold starts, and the gearbox remains tight even after years of commuting. For 2026, Vulcan S continues to focus on long-term ownership. It handles daily riding, highway cruising, and weekend trips without needing special care. Valve service intervals are reasonable, and most checks end with minor adjustments. Pricing is another reason this bike makes sense. New models usually start around $7,000. Used Vulcan S bikes hold their value because buyers trust the engine and overall build quality. Parts are widely available across the USA, and labor costs stay manageable. If you want a motorcycle that keeps running year after year with basic maintenance, Kawasaki Vulcan S proves why Japanese motorcycles continue to set the benchmark for long-term reliability. Number 8. Yamaha V-Star 650. Yamaha V-Star 650 is one of those Japanese motorcycles that earns trust through time, not hype. This bike uses an air-cooled V-twin engine that is intentionally simple, and that simplicity is the reason it almost never breaks down. With fewer moving parts and no liquid cooling system to worry about, owners in the USA regularly push these bikes past 80,000 miles with no engine rebuilds. The engine is tuned for low RPM cruising, which reduces heat and wear over the long run. It does not strain itself on highways, even during long rides across states. The fuel delivery system is stable, starts are reliable in both cold winters and hot summers, and the gearbox is known to stay smooth even after years of use. For 2026, Yamaha V-Star 650 continues with the same proven formula. Electrical systems are basic and dependable, wiring ages well, and charging issues are rare. Suspension components also age gracefully, making this bike a strong option for daily riding and touring alike. Used prices in the USA often sit between $3,000 and $5,000, depending on condition. If reliability is your top priority and you want a motorcycle that just keeps going with minimal care, Yamaha V-Star 650 proves exactly why Japanese motorcycles are known for lasting decades without drama. Number 7. Honda Gold Wing. Honda Gold Wing is widely respected in the USA as a Japanese motorcycle that simply never breaks down, even when ridden hard and often. This bike is engineered for extreme mileage, and that mindset shows in every part. The flat engine layout keeps vibration low and heat evenly distributed, which helps internal components wear slowly and consistently. It is common to see Gold Wing bikes in America crossing 150,000 miles with the original engine still running strong. The engine is tuned for smooth torque, not strain, and the cooling system is oversized to handle long highway rides without stress. What truly defines the Gold Wing is consistency. It starts the same way after 10 years as it does when new. Sensors last a long time, wiring quality is high, and routine maintenance keeps problems away. Owners who follow basic service schedules usually avoid major repairs entirely. From a cost perspective, a new 2026 Honda Gold Wing in the USA typically sells for about $25,000. While the entry price is high, long-term ownership costs are lower than expected. If you want a motorcycle built to survive serious mileage without losing its reliability, Honda Gold Wing stands as one of the strongest proof points of Japanese engineering done right. Number 6 is Suzuki Boulevard C50. Suzuki Boulevard C50 has earned a strong reputation in the USA as a Japanese motorcycle that simply never breaks down, mainly because of its calm engine tuning and durable layout. The V-twin motor runs at low RPMs even at highway speeds, which keeps heat under control and reduces long-term wear. Many American owners report riding past 100,000 miles with the engine still smooth and untouched internally. For 2026, Suzuki keeps this bike focused on longevity rather than complexity. The fuel injection system is reliable in both hot summers and cold mornings, and the cooling setup stays stable in slow traffic. A major reason the Boulevard C50 lasts so long is its shaft drive system. It removes chain maintenance and reduces stress on the drivetrain, lowering long-term ownership effort. Electrical wiring is well protected, charging systems rarely fail, and routine service is simple and affordable. In terms of price, a new 2026 Suzuki Boulevard C50 in the USA typically sells for around $8,900. If your priority is a cruiser that runs year after year with minimal attention, Suzuki Boulevard C50 continues to prove why Japanese motorcycles dominate when long-term dependability matters most. Number 5. Honda Rebel 500. Honda Rebel 500 is one of the most reliable Japanese motorcycles sold in the USA, and it earns that reputation through balance and restraint. The parallel twin engine is lightly tuned, which keeps heat, vibration, and internal stress low. Honda has used this engine platform for years, refining it for smooth operation and long life rather than chasing performance numbers. Many owners ride these bikes past 60,000 miles with no engine issues at all. For 2026, Honda keeps the Rebel 500 mechanically familiar, and that works in its favor. The engine runs cool in traffic, oil consumption stays low, and cold starts are consistent year-round. Fuel injection is clean and predictable, while the gearbox keeps its smooth feel even after years of daily riding. Routine service is easy, valve checks are spaced far apart, and most maintenance jobs are quick and affordable. Suspension components also hold up well on rough American roads, keeping ownership costs stable over time. From a price standpoint, a new 2026 Honda Rebel 500 in the USA typically sells for about $6,000. Insurance costs are low, parts are available everywhere, and resale value remains strong due to buyer trust in the Honda name. If you want a motorcycle that starts every time, stays predictable for years, and never turns ownership into a headache, Honda Rebel 500 proves why Japanese reliability still leads the industry. Number 4. Yamaha MT-07. Yamaha MT-07 has earned a strong name in the USA as a Japanese motorcycle that simply never breaks down by using one of the most dependable engines Yamaha has ever built. The CP2 parallel twin motor is tuned for usable torque and low stress, which helps it last far longer than many high-performance bikes. Owners regularly report 70,000 miles and more with the engine still running tight and smooth. The engine runs cool in city traffic, oil flow is consistent, and vibration stays controlled, reducing long-term wear. Fuel injection remains reliable in all weather conditions, and the gearbox is known for holding its feel even after years of aggressive daily riding. What helps the MT-07 survive long-term ownership is its simplicity. Electronics are limited to what is necessary, wiring quality is high, and sensor problems are uncommon. The lightweight frame and suspension are not overbuilt, but they hold up well under normal use on American roads, keeping repair costs reasonable. In terms of price, a new 2026 Yamaha MT-07 in the USA typically sells for about $7,000. If you want a modern motorcycle that combines everyday fun with proven durability, Yamaha MT-07 clearly shows why Japanese engineering continues to deliver bikes that last without constant attention. Number 3. Kawasaki Vulcan 900. Kawasaki Vulcan 900 is a classic example of a Japanese motorcycle that simply never breaks down because it is built with zero urgency and a lot of margin. The V-twin engine is large, undertuned, and runs at very relaxed RPMs even at highway speed. That low-stress nature is the main reason these bikes age so well. In the USA, it is common to see Vulcan 900 models still riding strong after a decade of regular use with no engine work. For 2026, Kawasaki keeps the formula unchanged, and that is exactly what long-term owners want. The engine manages heat well in slow traffic, oil temperatures stay stable, and vibration is kept low enough to protect internal parts over time. Fuel injection is reliable in all seasons, the gearbox feels heavy-duty, and clutch wear happens slowly even with frequent riding. Reliability is also helped by what this bike does not have. There are no complicated electronics to fail later, no fragile cooling layout, and no high-strung tuning. When it comes to ownership costs, the Vulcan 900 stays friendly long after the purchase. A typical 2026 model lands on showroom floors in the USA at roughly $9,000, and that money goes into metal and durability rather than tech gimmicks. If your priority is a cruiser that keeps doing its job year after year without drama, Kawasaki Vulcan 900 quietly proves why Japanese motorcycles still own the reliability conversation. Number 2. Suzuki TU250X. Suzuki TU250X is proof that simple engineering is still the strongest path to reliability. This motorcycle is built around a small, air-cooled single-cylinder engine that is barely stressed in normal riding. It does not chase speed, electronics, or complexity, and that is exactly why it almost never breaks down. In the USA, many TU250X bikes run for years as daily commuters with nothing more than routine oil changes. The engine produces steady power at low RPMs, which keeps heat and internal wear extremely low. There is no liquid cooling system to fail, no complicated electronics to age poorly, and no fragile components hiding under the bodywork. What really makes this bike last is how forgiving it is. It handles short trips, stop-and-go traffic, and long storage periods without complaint. The clutch lasts a long time, the electrical system is basic and durable, and maintenance can be done quickly at almost any shop. A new 2026 Suzuki TU250X typically sits around $4,900 in the USA, and running it feels closer to owning a small scooter than a full motorcycle. If you want a motorcycle that feels honest, dependable, and nearly impossible to wear out, Suzuki TU250X quietly stands as one of the toughest Japanese bikes ever sold. Number 1. Honda Shadow 750. Honda Shadow 750 sits at the top of this list because it represents everything people in the USA expect from a Japanese motorcycle that simply never break down. The V-twin engine is large, slow revving, and deliberately undertuned. Honda built this motor to last decades, not to impress on paper. It runs cool, stays smooth, and puts very little strain on its internal parts, which is why so many Shadow bikes are still on the road after 20 years. For 2026, Honda keeps the Shadow 750 true to its roots. The engine delivers steady torque without pushing high RPMs, reducing heat and long-term wear. Fuel injection is proven and consistent in all seasons. Starts are reliable even after long storage, and the gearbox is known for staying solid far into high mileage. A big reason this bike refuses to die is its layout. The shaft drive removes chain wear completely, cutting down routine upkeep. The electrical system is basic, well-shielded, and built to age slowly. Money-wise, the Shadow 750 makes sense long after the sale. A new 2026 model typically shows up at US dealerships around $8,300, and owners tend to keep them for a very long time. If you want a motorcycle that feels calm, dependable, and almost impossible to wear out, Honda Shadow 750 earns its place as one of the most reliable Japanese motorcycles ever sold. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.